Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Hope you all are happy, safe, doing wonderful, and feeling great. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Hi. Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. And it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you're on this channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay. Okay. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. All right. All right. The first card that we have here, collective, is the Moon card. It says intuition, dreams, and illusions. Okay. And so you could be currently trying to make a decision. Maybe you're trying to figure out whether it is your intuition or is it an illusion. You could be feeling like you're being spiritually nudged regarding a decision that needs to be made in your life. This could be something on the home front, in your home, or this could be some kind of relationship. So this is regarding your residence, your home where you live, or some type of relationship. This could be a friendship, a romantic situation, okay? A marriage, someone dating, okay? A business partner, so some kind of relationship or some kind of decision on the home front. So you could be feeling as if, you're being spiritually nudged. Maybe you're trying to figure out, is it your intuition or is it an illusion? And Spirit is saying, if it's something igging you and it's constant and it's consistent, collective, that you need to trust that it is your intuition. It could be your ancestors trying to, or source creator trying to contact you, reach you in your dream state. You could be astral traveling, when you are sleeping, having very vivid dreams, extreme dreams. I don't even like to call them dreams. I call them messages, you could be receiving messages in your sleep state, as you astral travel. And bits and pieces are very vivid to you. And so you're trying to figure out, like, is this really my intuition speaking to me? Is this really my spirit guide speaking to me? I hear all this stuff about being intuitive and spirituality. And so you could be wondering. And so you could be being nudged or informed that you are intuitive or that you have some kind of intuitive gift. There are many of them. Spirit is saying it is a good idea and it is okay for you to take time to do research on these things. Anytime something keeps coming up more than once, then it is your confirmation, not a coincidence, that it's something you need to look into. It's nothing to fear or be afraid of. Spirit is saying just do the research on it. If you are concerned about what it means to be intuitive, if you want to know what astral traveling is, if you want to know more about tarot, divination, spirituality, Spirit is saying feel free to do the research on these things. It is okay to watch videos. It is okay to be motivated and inspired through others, but you have to also do the research and the studying for yourself. And so you could be receiving a nudge, a spiritual nudge, to go in a particular direction in your life. Now, that can be many directions. It may not be divination. It may not be tarot, but you may be being led to specific things on your path so that you can be intrigued into another direction. Once again, you may be being led to specific paths so that you can be intrigued to another direction. It's like having a domino effect. It's like researching crystals, okay? And then from researching crystals, all of a sudden it leads you to wanting to know more about astrology, okay? I'm going to use that for an example. But it's a positive domino effect. It's nothing to fear. And so Spirit is saying for you to, accept the message that is being, nudged at you. It's just and you're just being informed. It's a notification, like when your cell phone gets a notification. And we know they make noises all day, right? Okay, everyone is beep, 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 trying to let you know this is a notification, this is an email, this is a message. But either way, this is just a spiritual notification that you are preparing to awaken to your gifts. And that is if you accept to open up to your gifts. There is nothing to fear here. You could be maybe seeking or desiring to get a tarot read, okay? But maybe you're wavering in your thoughts and your feelings about receiving a read. Maybe you don't trust yourself. Someone's all in their head. It's not that deep. It is not that deep, whomever you are. Maybe you are wavering like, I don't trust the reader, or I don't trust the cards, or this is real, or this is fake. Well, these signs and synchronicities that you are having in your dreams are nudging you and letting you know that you are gifted, and you could be gifted in many different ways. You could be a gifted singer, dancer, writer. You could be a gifted cook or chef. Okay, when I speak of gifts, I'm speaking of many, many, many things. So put this reading where it resonates for you. Okay, there are people who there are healers who do work through cooking, who actually heal and assist. There are light workers, and they heal people through their cooking. Okay, so someone likes to cook as well. I'm picking up on that energy, and everyone loves your cooking. And so it could be also that your spirit guides are trying to inform you for you not to disregard yourself and think that you are not connected or you're not being supported on the other side. Maybe you feel that you have no one else to relate to regarding the questions that you have. Okay. And so the next card we have here is the Page of Wands. It says good news and bright ideas. Rushing in head first. Bright ideas, okay? And I just said there are some things you would like to study, learn about, know. Spirit is saying feel free, to learn more, to expand your wisdom, to expand your knowledge. You have bright ideas and you have questions, and it's okay to have questions. And I feel, once again, I'm picking up on someone who's becoming very irritated because your knowledge is like beyond the group of people whom you surround yourself with. And maybe in conversation, you feel not to call anyone dumb or stupid or less than, but you feel you have nothing in common with these people. In certain conversations you want to have, you just know that they wouldn't be able to understand or connect with what you're speaking on. You just know that they are more likely to call you weird or side eye you or look at you funny, or they may even call you crazy. So there's a lot of topics and things you would like to discuss, but you don't bring them up. You block yourself from speaking up on particular topics because the opinions of others. So that is normal, whomever you are. And the right people will be placed in your path who have like-minded energy, but you must begin to do the work. Whatever this is that you want to do research on, and you're indecision because you have to make a choice, is something regarding a relationship, once again, in your home front. Spirit is saying for you to be honest with yourself, and you already know the answer to that decision. And whatever it is that you want to know more about, feel free to ask questions, even if it sounds silly. There are no dumb questions. Like the teachers would say in grade school, there are no dumb questions here. This is where you're here to learn. Well, in life here on planet Earth, doesn't matter what your age is. Look, there are no dumb questions, and you have to be strong. You have to have thick skin, and you have to not be a care bear. You can't live your life and tiptoe around how people are going to feel about you. People will always have something to say, no matter who you are, what your tax bracket is, what's your favorite beverage. People will always find something to say or complain about. So Spirit is saying, don't spend your life tiptoeing around who you are actually desiring to be. Go ahead and be free and be you. There are many choices with the Seven of Cups. There are many choices. There are many options for you to embark on, for you to thrive on, and your spirit team wants you to know this as well. There is no wrong decision. So allow the unlearning to begin. Maybe you were brought up in a traditional household setting or in a family where people maybe mocked each other or imitated and duplicated each other's career. So-and-so was a doctor, so I'm going to be a doctor. So-and-so is a nurse, so I'm going to be a nurse. Knowing deep down inside, they have no interest in the medical field, but they make these choices because they are afraid. Some people, not all, they are afraid of disappointing someone. Okay, so your life is yours to live. And so it would be wise to make decisions, since you have to live with yourself and wake up with yourself every day. You will be with yourself every day. So you might as well give yourself the best benefit of being happy and make sure you're doing things and making choices that will please you, not please others. Because what happens when you're trying to impress, that matriarch of the family and they're no longer here and you're stuck in a career that you're not happy with? Spirit is saying, be yourself. Choose things that make you happy, things that make you feel free, okay? The next card we have here is the Six of Cups. It says nostalgia, old friends, and innocence, okay? All right. And so you could be having someone from your past maybe reach out to you and contact you. This may be someone who may have an interest in whatever it is that you are interested in. This is for the person who feels like they have no one around them who has like-minded energy. So someone from your past collective you may run into while you're out running errands, or you may maybe they may reach out to you on social media, and you may find out through communicating with this person. Maybe you're going to have lunch with them, or I don't know, invite them over for dinner. You may find out through conversation that this is someone whom you can share your ideas with and you have like-minded energy with, so you won't feel so isolated. But Spirit is saying be patient when it comes to that sector in your life. If you're choosing to go on a spiritual journey, to walk into your awareness of your higher self and your divine true purpose, that people will be placed in your path of like-minded energy. And the road in the path is really, it can be very lonely sometimes. There may be moments where you have to spend a period or a moment by yourself, but you have to learn to be okay with that. And so the great thing is the best quality that in the matriarchs that a human can give his or herself is knowing how to be with themselves and not internalize it as something negative and not internalize it as depression or sadness. When you are alone, there's less noise. When you are alone, you can ground yourself more. You're more spiritually in tune. You receive more clarity. And so Spirit wants you to take the idea of feeling you are alone, or if you are alone, it's not a negative. It's all about your perception. And so this journey is for you to shift your perception. It's for you to open those books, do the research, ask those questions. Who cares what somebody is going to think? Who gives a what anyone is going to think? Okay. The next card we have here is the King of Coins. It says grounded. And I just spoke about being more grounded when you are alone. Successful, business empire. Grounded, successful, business empire. So it looks like the path that you are on will assist you in being more grounded, more successful. And you see the money in front of him. You see the crown. You see him sitting on this throne. Looks like a dining room chair, but it's still his throne. Okay. Success and more grounded. And I just said, when you are alone, enjoy that. That is your me time. You can become more spiritually inclined. You receive more clarity, and especially on what direction you should go. If there's a specific direction that you're trying to make your mind up with this decision here in the home front, okay? Or regarding this relationship. So take that alone time. It is your treasure. It is where the gold lies. It doesn't mean you're depressed. It doesn't mean you're not loved. It doesn't mean you're boring. No, that's what you're told. That energy and those conversations, that's what you're told throughout life. Oh, so and so's eating dinner by themselves. They must don't have nobody. Oh, so and so is by themselves. They must be sad. No, that's all a lie and it's an illusion. And so it's time for you to shift your stinking thinking. Change your pain into pleasure and your salt into sugar, because the next card that we have is the Nine of Coins. It says thriving and self-reliant. So this is all collective about you thriving and being self-reliant. You can and you will. So continue to be great, and treasure your alone time, okay? That's when you can receive the most clarity. All right. And the right people, places, things, and resources will be placed in your path, but also be willing to do the work. Okay. Be willing to hit the Google button. Be willing to research and maybe get you a few good books or go to the library, whatever your area of interest is, because it's different for everyone. This concludes the read. Later.